Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be bringing you a prediction reading for the 13th of February. Now I am here with my doggos. I've got Sophie here who's scratching as usual. She's had a shave. See, her legs have been shaved because she's had such a bad skin rash. We actually got her shaved at the doggy groomer so we can get the cream and everything on her better. And then of course there's Sprocket. He's here with me as well. So hopefully we don't get too interrupted by, well, my two very active dogs. Oh God. All right, I'm going to close my eyes, guys, and we'll get started and we'll see what comes up for the 13th of February. I did have to have a giggle, guys. I did mention in my other video about Trudeau. Yes, he's shooting down unidentified flying objects. There seems to be a lot of wayward balloons floating around in the atmosphere at the moment, causing a terrible threat to society. We know they're trying to put fear in everybody, and it seems very coincidental that everyone's getting these floating spy balloons. I don't know what it was over Canada, but anyway, it seems to be just an ongoing threat going on. So everybody's shooting down the threat. I'm sure Australia will get a spy balloon soon, don't even doubt it. So we know they're still trying to put fear into the people. So that's currently what's happening in Canada. I'm sure you're all very proud of Trudeau ordering the unidentified flying object to be shot down, whatever it was. I don't even know. Anyway, I don't think anyone knows. Okay, so I'll close my eyes. Enough of Trudeau. And let's get started and see what comes up. God, they're showing me chimes. They're showing me wind chimes. You know, wind chimes that you hang. You can get like sort of metal ones and bamboo ones, and they dingle in the breeze. And they apparently, I think they're designed to move chi or something, aren't they, to create flow and just that ambient sound. Some can be a little tinny, the cheaper versions, but you can get these ones that have these really beautiful sounds. So I'm getting this chimes, meaning energy flowing through. I think it shakes up the chi, doesn't it? It disrupts. I think that's why you have wind chimes, isn't it? To disrupt the chi, which isn't a bad thing. But I am getting that things are being like disrupted. It's like something comes into something solid. So you think of the chimes, like the air coming through, and then it gets dispersed through the chimes and it makes a beautiful sound, and it kind of changes the vibration. That's what I'm getting anyway. Let me know down below if there's a different meaning, but I'm getting this changing of the vibration, and that's why we're getting the image of the beautiful wind chimes. Just sort of, they make a very, sometimes in a very light breeze, they make a very gentle tingling sound, like a very soothing. They say it can be very soothing. Not good in a gusty wind if you live in the mountains like I do. It can get a little windy and it could be very annoying for the neighbours to listen to. So you'd have to pull them in and out on the different days. But I'm getting this. There's this shift occurring in the energy. And I think most of us here would probably agree with that. We've been feeling anxious a few weeks ago. We got the tide energy last week. I don't know what's coming this week. We never know what we're going to get, do we? But I am getting there's the dispersing of energy. So things are changing because that's what a chime does. It separates the energy flow. That's just what I'm getting. It changes the energy, the chi. I think it's the chi, isn't it? All right. Let's see where else we go. So this is what's happening this year. We know that it is. Things are changing and things are being moved through. It's like the air moving through the wind chimes and creating a more comforting, soothing sound. Okay. Oh, I am getting sushi. I mean, one of you also did confirm that sushi had backed off with something over there in England, but I am getting him backpedaling a little bit. It's showing me him like moonwalking. There's an image, sushi moonwalking backwards. Oh my God, if you're new here, that's Rishi Sunak. We use a lot of code names just to, you know, stay out of the algorithm words. So sushi is like doing the moonwalk backwards. That's what I'm getting. Oh no, there's a side. But he's not stopping. He's just reversing a little bit. I did say that a lot of these leaders are going to pretend they're just trialing things and they're experimenting and they're seeing how things go and how the people react. This is what they're going to tell people anyway, even though we know they don't really care what the little people think, do they? They're just going to implement it anyway. We all know that. God, when the coronation's over with Charles, we know where this is all heading. They're just waiting in the wings to roll out that red carpet reset. So that's what I'm getting for Sushi. He is doing the moonwalk backwards a little bit of moonwalking like Michael Jackson. Probably not as good as Michael Jackson because I don't think anyone can do the moonwalk like Michael Jackson. Okay, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting Australia. Ooh. Australia's got the batten down the hatches. I think it was you, Pam, saying batten down the hatches in New Zealand because of your cyclones, isn't it? But I think Australia's getting cyclones as well. And I don't mean just literally with the weather. We know that is happening. Top end of Australia. Right, sorry guys. New Zealand. But this is also about the tornadoes and the tsunamis that are going to start hitting the people. It's going to be a whirlwind event this year, and I'm getting that for Australia. Australia's just about to get hit. There is a march, a protest organised for the 18th in your capital cities in Australia, just to let anybody know. I don't know if it's global. It could be global. It might be a global freedom walkout. But like I said, protect yourself, guys. If you're going to go to that, you know, be aware that these people are going to be really angry and have very volatile energy. So I am getting that for Australia. The batten down the hatches. Oh no. Oh. So that's what I'm getting for Australia. Elbow's about to hit hard. Oh, it must be our turn. Finally, we might get people waking up. Oh my goodness. All right, so I am getting that for Australia. Oh, people are tired in Australia. They are. They've had enough. They don't, because you know what it is? It's they're left in the dark. See, people don't really know what's going on. As much as they know they're being downtrodden, they're financially sort of being taken down, they're not quite sure where it's all headed and why is this happening and what's going on. And they still feel like they're in the dark about a lot of things, the renewables. They're talking on the news here about getting more infrastructure in place and more charging stations for the electric vehicles. So that's still being pushed very strongly here in Australia. So I do feel that people feel like they're still being left in the dark on their own. That's how it feels. Oh, don't worry, your government will save you. Remember that from many years ago? Your government will save you. Well, not anymore. It's showing me, oh God, it's showing me the government throwing all these sleepwalkers and people in their denial bubble suits being thrown into the well and just being like left there without water and no bucket to like pull up from the wishing well, like a wishing well kind of concept. They're just being thrown into a well. So you can't even be heard if you yelled out for help. Help! Somebody help me down here. No one's going to hear you. That's what's happening now with the sleepwalkers. The government is throwing everybody into a big, deep well or pit of darkness, I guess you could call it. That's where it's all heading. And that's where your government's now throwing you into a big, dark well. And you'd need to make a wish if you were down there, wouldn't you, that something happens to save you. But it's a big, empty well. There's no water in it, nothing. That's just the visual I'm getting. All right. Because it's the for the governments, it's out of mind, out of sight. So if they can just get the people out of sight and squash them, then they can just implement and do whatever they want. That's virtually what I'm getting. That's the image I'm getting. Oh, not for us, because we disappeared months ago and we ran to the hill and to the mountaintop and we managed to escape the clown show quite a while ago. And we're not investing in any of this anymore. We've decided it's not for us. So that's why if you're watching my channel, you're awake. You can see through the nonsense, garbage and lies, and you know how to remove yourself from that story and agenda. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting the crab in the bucket is still happening. A lot of these sleepwalkers and people waking up are still trying to pull people back into the crab, like the crab in the bucket, meaning they're trying to pull people back in because they don't want to be left there on their own. See, people want people to stay with the narrative because they don't want to become isolated in their madness. That's just what I'm getting. People are starting to wake up. They're wanting to remove themselves from the narrative. They're wanting to get out. But of course, people are trying to pull them back in. We know that's going to happen. Oh, God, it's just nuts. Why can't people just think for themselves? Why do they have to just conform and do what everybody else is doing? Nobody wants to be different, do they? That's what half of the problem is. Everyone just wants to fit in. Oh, not us. We're proud not to fit in. We love that title. We don't fit in. Oh, guys, I saw my ex-girlfriend again this morning. She was getting coffee. What is that? Why do I keep synchronistically running into her? I should know that. There's something I'm meant to learn from it. I'm sure you guys are experiencing these things too. You kind of go, why do I keep running into that person? But we know there's always a meaning. Maybe they're waking up and they're seeing us because they're waking up. I keep looking at it like that. Oh, I don't know. But maybe you guys have got some answers to all of that synchronicity that I keep having. Because it makes you triggered again, doesn't it? You rise up and you think, oh no, not this again. I don't want to deal with it. So I know you guys are going through it as well. And we're avoiding them like the plague because you know they're ready to blow up at any minute. Very delicate, isn't it, guys, navigating all this? Okay, let's see where else we go. Oh, God, I'm getting London again. I'm getting that some people there are getting really scared of outbreaks again. Oh, my God, Father. We know it's the immortal CV virus. We always talk about it here. But I am getting in London, like, people are a little bit panicky again. They're starting to feed crap on the media again about the old people dying in the hospitals. And we know it's like the same old story, just rehashed and told in a different way. So I am feeling that there's starting to be some outbreaks maybe in London. We always knew it was coming. I wonder what they'll call this one. Number 20 of the CV virus. Like, God, it just goes on and on and on. So I am getting that for London. People are starting to get a little bit panicked and fearful. And again, they're going to be pushing that narrative again. Like, be careful who you're around. Make sure you're washing your hands. I feel like that's going to get pushed a lot in London. They want the fear to rise up again. Of course they do, because we know it's about jabs in arms. Got to keep the jab wheel going at all costs. You know, because that's what's keeping everything going, keeping the agenda going. The reset can be rolled out again if everyone's doing all the right things. And again, getting the messages, are you doing the right thing? Are you helping your family and friends? They're going to use the same old crap. Oh, it's so dated and old. No one even listens to it anymore, do they? But they're trying to rehash it all and trigger people again in their minds like, oh, I do feel a bit bad if I don't look after Auntie Joan or whatever. Like, I better get a jab before I go and visit her. They're going to do all this again. Here we go again. Oh, Groundhog Day. All right, let's see where else we go. God, I'm getting a Madonna song at the moment. We often get music here, guys. And it's that song, If I Live to Tell, the meaning of... What's that song? Dun, 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 dun. If I was a one, na, 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 na. I can't get to the words, guys. I know the song though. I can hear it in my head. If I live to tell the secrets I before, who lies You will find me home again. I'm going to have to write it down below. You know I'm so hopeless. But it's about, if I live to tell the secrets I knew well. Something about the secrets. If I live to tell. Maybe that's what the song's called, is it? It's Madonna. You will die inside of me. I don't know, guys. But I am getting that song. It's like a slower Madonna song. It's a nice song, actually. I love Madonna's voice. She's had so much plastic surgery. Oh, my God. Have you guys seen her face lately? Ooh. There's some entertainment of the clown show right there. That's what you call a clown face. She'd fit right into the circus tent. Oh, my God. Talk about taking your plastic surgery too far. Why don't these people just grow old gracefully? She's got the best voice. She would have looked beautiful aging naturally. I do not understand it. I do not understand it. But I'm getting that Madonna song today. If I live to tell the secrets I have learned. Anyway, maybe there's a message in there for us, guys. Or maybe there's a message for these people waking up if they live to tell their stories of their jab injuries, etc., etc. I don't know. Let's just go check that song out. I'm sure it's If I Live to Tell. God, so many meanings in that one, isn't there? All right, let's keep going. God, I'm getting this visual. I think it's called, over in England there, where you've got these 15-minute, 20-minute neighbourhoods going up. There's these signs and they're called, what is it? Temporary monitoring. Camera, or something like camera temporary monitoring. There's a video, a guy's taken a lot of video around these areas with all the cameras and all the signage. Just nuts. So what I'm getting is, it is a monitoring system. So people are going to be, hang on a minute, let me get this right. It's saying people are going to be followed around by these cameras, like, and they're almost saying to me there's going to be these like dash cam devices inbuilt in all the cars now. Like, I think the electric cars like Tesla and that already have that, don't they? But there's going to be these camera systems, which is going to be the beeping system for these these zone barriers that are going to beep. So, you know, if you do choose to go further or you do go outside those parameters, then you will be affected in a different way, like whether it be financially, whether it be what you're wanting to buy. We know it's coming. It's the credit or digital ID scoring kind of system, but I do feel like all new cars are going to be built with this inbuilt like dash cam monitoring system. Well, they're going to say it's like dash cam, so it's going to make everything safer and there'll always be footage, but it's also inside it is the unit for the beeping systems. I mean, we know how their technology, oh sorry, Sophie's just eating herself inside out. That's what I'm getting. So these are all going to be built into the cars now moving forward. Any new cars that are being built, these things have to be implemented. They probably already are in most of the cars, actually. We wouldn't really know, would we? If you think about all the reverse cameras and all the technology now in cars, it's pretty amazing. So these could be just automatically built in. And see, again, they're very clever, aren't they? You think about all the wireless charging and all the conveniences in our cars with our phones, Spotify, all this stuff. Everything's interlinked. So the minute you link, you know, your phone picks up your Wi-Fi, then you're going to be, you know, acknowledged on all these overhead cameras. It's like when you go through like tunnel systems and things like that, and they just automatically beep your number plate and all this kind of thing. We know where it's going. So I feel like all the cars are or have already been, a lot of them, implemented with these devices. They just need, the companies and things just need to switch it all on. We know that's been happening for a while. God, if we think of Suri and what's that other one? What's that other? I can't think of a name. that you Google home and all this kind of stuff. We know they've been listening to us for ages. Actually, you know what happened to me the other day? And I do question things. I know you guys probably do too. I thought of something in my head, and now I know I didn't say it out loud. And I reckon we should all experiment with this. If it's happened to you guys, let me know. A couple of days ago, I remember thinking about this issue. Just lightly, it wasn't major. And then the next day I got a very big ad about the issue on my phone, or my iPad actually, it was one of the two. And I thought, now sometimes I do wonder if they are reading our minds somehow. I don't know how. I know that sounds crazy because I wasn't searching it up. I hadn't searched it up. So I still wonder if they can sense and monitor our thoughts. I know you guys probably agree with me that that's quite probable. But it is quite a scary thought sometimes, because you sort of, when it happens to you, you do actually stop and go, wow, are they really listening to our thoughts? Because can you imagine all the thoughts we all have, those BS detectors? Oh my God. So I just, yeah, you do wonder. So maybe we should all do an experiment. Put your thoughts, without saying anything out loud, put your thoughts on something and let's see how long it takes to appear on our feeds. Just as a little experiment, I want you guys to try this, and let's figure out if they are reading our minds, because we know they definitely read the Google, like what we're searching, like we have our search history and all that, but I've got the feeling that they're already reading our minds. Oh my God, this is just getting crazy, isn't it? So do an experiment, guys. Think of something today and see how long it takes. And give us some feedback if that happens to you, because it happened to me yesterday and it was very weird. It was weird. And it wasn't just a short ad, it was a really long ad. You know, you get those really long ones that go for 3 or 4 minutes, like before you watch a video, and you go, like it's tailor-made for you. Anyway, do an experiment. Let's see what happens, guys, and let me know what you think. Okay, let's keep going. Getting Africa again, that Africa has a governing body that won't be ruled over. They will not be dominated by these tyrants, monsters. So that's a good thing. Africa's still standing its ground as an independent nation. That's awesome. It's just good to hear that. Why don't our leaders do that, guys? Greed and power, the same old things. All right, hang on. Yeah, and it's showing me people want fun. They want good times. They want to have a laugh. They want to have their spirit revived again. They're tired of this like slow, sluggish energy that they've been having over the last 3 years. See, we don't even know if the jabs haven't made these people really tired. We know it's made a lot of them unwell. So we don't know if it's taking their energy. We're not sure what their experiences are, a lot of them, because we hardly talk to any of them anymore because they all ditched us. But I am getting this. They're tired of this sluggish energy. See, people want to have fun. They want to have the bells and whistles in their life. They want to feel re-energized. That's what they want. That's what people want. They don't want the reset. And see, they're giving me that song. I keep getting it at the end of Greece. I think it's the last song, isn't it? Yes, it's the last song where they're all at their carnival, like the high school carnival or whatever it is, and they all come together, and it's like that song, we go together like woman, dibba-ding-dong, together forever, shooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo-wop-doo-wop. I'm sure that's the song at the end of the Grease movie. Where they all come together and they're all having fun and they're all dancing, and it's a very lively, energized scene. And then I think at the end, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John drive off into the sky. But that's the song that I'm getting, that high energy, high vibe. That's what people want. They want their lives back. They want to get together again. They don't want to be, well, we know downtrodden, but they don't want their lives taken from them again. See, they were for 3 years. We all know we lost well, not here on my channel because we invented new things in our life and made ourselves feel better. But these people have lost 3 years of their lives through lockdown, just wearing masks, being told what to do, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. So now I'm getting that energy that people are wanting to come together. That song, We Go Together, that's the song I'm getting. Actually, they're doing a memorial, I think, for Olivia Newton-John here very soon. So you'll probably see that globally, I would say, because she's so famous, isn't she? I was thinking like they hadn't done one since she died, which is awful. So they are doing that, I think, within the next month, I think. So look out for that. I'll share it if it comes on. So I'm getting that song. People want to come together. They don't want separation anymore. It's been enough of this. And that could also, if you think about it, that would be also around, they're showing me the LGBTIQs, the Black Lives Matters. People are waking up that their governments are dividing them. It's becoming obvious. We all know it. We know it. So they're dividing people. We know that they are. It's not the little people dividing people. It's the people calling the shots in government and in power. And now they're trying to get to the kids even younger. There's something going on in Victoria around the young... Remember, I've been talking here a lot about, well, we would say indoctrinating young school children. But there's something going on about the educational system in very young children down in Melbourne. So I would say, being Dictator Dan, he'd be rolling this out first. But there's something, I'll go and look into it a little bit more, guys, but there is starting to be movement on the education side of things. They're wanting to start younger because then you can indoctrinate your kids and get them brainwashed. No such thing as being a kid and having fun and playing in the mud and the dirt anymore and just riding your bikes, is there? No, you've got to start the education early. God, they're at school for long enough, aren't they? God, I tell you. Anyway, I'm getting that. Okay, let's see if there's something to close with today. Oh, they're showing me a spanner. There's a spanner in the works. Ooh, what does this mean? Wow, this is interesting. They're showing me these global elites, right? They're showing me all the leaders and all that, but there's a spanner in the works. It sounds like one of them is sabotaging everything else. It's showing me them with like this spanner undoing like a big screw, like, and loosening things up, which could cause things to collapse. I am getting that. Ooh, I wonder which leader it is. But someone's causing a bit of sneaky trouble. It's saying it's like a cat among the pigeons. There's be this scattering. So someone's putting a spanner in the works when it comes to these global elites. Let's see if we can get anything. Cat amongst the pigeons. Maybe it's in New York then, because isn't there a lot of pigeons in New York? Someone's going to come out with something. And it's going to be something big. Oh, I hope it is America. We need things to come out there, don't we? I am getting Trump. That Trump's had his cards close to his chest, but now he's starting to expose a few things, which could throw the spanner in the works if things are getting exposed. It could be Trump. He's kept things hidden for a while. It's like he's pulling out his ace. I think the ace is a valuable card in cards, isn't it? I don't know. But he's got an ace up his sleeve. He's going to pull out the ace and hit people with this, and they're going to be shocked. See, this could even be perhaps around the, is it January 6th riots? Maybe he's got footage of something. Maybe he's got some truth that he could throw the spanner in the works and pull out some factual evidence. It could be that. It could be that. I hope it is that. I'd love to see Biden and Hunter Biden just getting knocked off their perches. I am getting that. So fingers, that's true, guys. The ace up his sleeve. Are you right? Sit down. I'll see if there's something else to close with today. God, I'm getting the sleepwalkers and the people waking up in their bubble denial suits. They're hiding what they know. See, they know. They're waking the F up. They are. They know that half of this is now BS and it's not making sense. Oh, but they're still hiding it. See, It's the old, I don't want to admit I made a wrong choice. I made a mistake. I've gone down the wrong road. How do I turn around? See, this is the thing. It's like you're heading down. It's like when you're on a highway, right? And you're heading down the highway and you're driving in your car and like, you know, all of us were driving 3 years ago and we veered off. We saw a quick exit sign and we veered off. And that sign said to Terabella. So we quickly jumped off and drove down to Terabella. Parked our cars, got out and just enjoyed our freedom. Well, now these people have been going down the highway for quite a while, 3 years actually. And now they're trying to find a way to get off. They're trying to find a spot where they can do a U-turn. They're trying to find an exit. But as we know, sometimes when you're on a highway, there's not an exit. As soon as you want an exit, there's not an exit. And you go for miles. Sometimes you can drive for miles till you can find somewhere to turn around, and you can't do it illegally because there's always cameras and everything. So sometimes you've got to go for miles out of your way in order to get back to where you want to go. So that's what's happening with these people now. They're looking for the exits and they're trying to find a way out. They are. They know they're waking up, guys. They know half of this crap is BS that they're being fed now. It's becoming obvious. God, you guys and I say it all the time. How are they not seeing this absolute BS nonsense and garbage and the absolute clown show that they're being fed, like I always say, the horrible cough elixir they're being spoon-fed that makes you feel like you want to throw up? That's what they're doing to these people. Oh. But they keep taking it. Oh, yeah, more cough elixir. God, I don't understand it. Okay, let's see if there's something to close with. So they're looking for an exit on the highway to hell, or as we got in that song the other week, the road to nowhere, because it's leading them to nowhere, basically. All right, let's see where we go. Oh, I'm getting China. China's like capitalizing on all the, see, they love it. China loves it. See, that's their goal. They always want to be at the top of the pyramid. They love that they're a big threat to everyone. I said they were just going to use intimidation and threats. Nothing's going to happen. But they love being on the global stage. They think it's great because it scares everybody and it gives them that political power. They're loving this. China is loving this. I don't even think China owns half the balloons, but they'll take ownership of it because they love the acknowledgement that they're a threat to everyone. Oh, what a circus show. So I'm getting that for China. They're loving it. They're in their element because it builds up their status, their elite status of power. That's what they want. Hang on. Yeah, I'm just getting financially people are losing their grip on their money now. People have managed to struggle through from, you know, up to this point. But it's showing me people, this is the little people and peasants, the money's slipping through their hands now. They're showing me dollar signs just falling through their hands. It's all slipping away now. Basically, everything's turning to shit. A big pile of shit for the little people and peasants. And like I always say too, it's starting to affect small business, which is what the elites want to do. They want everyone working for big corporate. And it's taking down the small business because they can't afford all the overheads, the electricity, the wages, the cost of everything has gone up. Fuel, how do truck drivers afford fuel and all this kind of stuff? You know, this is happening. It's turning into a big pile of doo-doo or shit. That's what's happening financially to all the little people and peasants at the moment, including us. No one's exempt. No one's going to escape the Great Reset agenda. So I am getting that. It's slipping through people's fingers now. So that's why people are going to stand up. We know that's what's going to cause them and trigger them into action. Just that lack of having a future. Where's their future going? As we know, down the road to nowhere, the highway to hell. There's a song. The Highway to Hell. Is that by AC/DC? I'm on the highway to hell. I'm seeing that kid in the school uniform. What's his name? Angry Anderson. No, not Angry Anderson. Oh, what's his name? I don't even know it. You know, that AC/DC kid in the school uniform with the tie. And so, how's AC/DC? Oh, God, love it. So, the highway to hell, and they're trying to get off it. All right, I'll see if there's something for us today. Hang on. God, it's saying to me that the sleepwalkers and the people in the bubble denial suits, it's like the blind leading the blind. It's a terrible saying, really, that, isn't it? But that's the image I'm getting. They're trying to all lead each other out of this like mad charade that they're all in circus show, but no one knows where they're going. See, this is the thing about trying to find the exit off the highway. No one knows which exit to take or how to get off. So it's like the blind leading the blind at the moment because it's overwhelming them. There's everything going on. They're still getting told to get jabs. Their jobs are going down the toilet. They're financially going under. Every aspect of these people's lives, and maybe some of ours as well. I'm not saying we're going to escape it, but at least when you see things coming, like I say, you get time to prepare and to exit. So that's what I'm getting. It's the blind leading the blind at the moment. Because I think what we've got to remember, guys, is they don't know about the reset agenda. See, people, even though they've been jabbed and then it was this terrible virus and it was all taking over the world and destroying everyone, well, they don't see all this reset, the financial dramas and everything everyone's going through. They're not associating that with that still. See, we all know that was the first stage and the first setup. That was the big setup. Let's see who complies. Let's roll this out and see how gullible and stupid people are. And what happened? They all fell for it. And then they thought, beauty, let's start rolling everything else out. And then you've also got the perfect sort of alibi, because you can blame CV virus for everything. You can blame it for everything. Shingles, heart attacks, myocarditis. Oh yes, not to forget long CV virus. You can get long COVID too. You know, we know how it goes. All bloody lies and deception, of course. Well, we're all still here. We're still here on my channel. I know people that are unjabbed that have had it and are fine. So they've either attached something to the flu or they're injecting these people getting jabbed with CV virus. As we know, it's probably man-made. So it's the blind leading the blind at the moment. Oh, God. All right, hang on a minute. God, I'm getting this song. This is an Aussie band, Hoodoo Gurus, and it's a song, I'm pretty sure it's Hoodoo Gurus, and it's called Bittersweet. Bittersweet. Oh, no, that's not Hoodoo Gurus. Oh, my God. That's In Excess, isn't it? Bittersweet. Oh, sorry, guys. I get so muddled up. You know what I'm like with music? I'm getting that song Bittersweet. And if you think about sweet, I think we had sweet and sour the other week, didn't we? Like, it's bitter, but it's sweet. Like, this year for us, and this is for you guys watching my channel, it's going to be a bittersweet year. Like, it's going to be bitter because they're still trying to roll crap out. We know they're lying and all this. So we've still got a lot of that going on. But then it's going to be sweet as well because we're going to see people waking up. We're going to see people starting to come out of their coma and the mass psychosis and their unconsciousness and raise up their frequency into a more conscious state. So I'm getting that song, okay, I think it's In Excess, isn't it? Bittersweet. Bittersweet. Do 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 do. We're going to have to go check that song out, guys, because that's the song for us this year, Bittersweet. And that's where I'm going to leave you with today. I hope I got the right song there. I'll say goodbye from Australia. I have loaded my financial video. I will I'll probably put that on before this one, I think. So go check that out as well with some financial bits and pieces to help us to navigate the year financially. Oh, not that you really can. So I'll say goodbye from Australia. I'll say goodbye from my doggos. Sophie's asleep. Sprocket's on the floor. They know there's a bone in the kitchen, so that's why they've been very well behaved. No interruptions when I have a bone waiting for them. Here comes Sprocket. He knows I've got a bone. Ah, he's trying to walk past. Sorry, guys. Oh, see, he knows there's a bone. And so he's already heading out the door to go and get it, aren't you, Sprock? Say goodbye to everybody. Oh, you can't see him. There he is. I'll hold the camera down. You can say goodbye. Say goodbye. Bye, Spock. Say goodbye to everybody. You're going to have your bone? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and please comment down below. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.